All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the New England Patriots.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Let's go now. Stop your whining. Strong right.
Jackson, options out left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. That's complete. It's Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And finally taken down at the 30. Yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this time, Brady will throw. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this is secured by the Patriots. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Going deep for Hopkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. It's complete to Diggs. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, 45 yards. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
Gun.
They get it to him running left. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
Listen to me.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown.
That's the way you make it spin, baby.
A 1-yard. Touchdown pass. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Alabama, 380. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Alert.
On first down, Brady. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. So after the INT, it's Brady. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Draw play, Elliott. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And now running right through it. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the 1st down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker in Missouri.
And how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, he got the best of both worlds. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And some room to run now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. This is caught. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Let's go. 3 down.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It fights him off. And now lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Check 53, Mike. We go.
Hey, Steamer.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Five.
Third and goal for Cousins. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tyreek Hill, 61 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that, because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Cousins now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Hey, here we go. Watch it.
Gun. Watch your 50.
53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
On play action, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A very solid gain of 27.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
A first down throw for Cousins. The throw complete to Beebe. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Chad Beebe as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Finding room at the 30. He gets 12 on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Check Mike 40. Check Mike.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Cousins gives way to Cook. Bulldozes past him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on first down. Try to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A toss to Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on fourth down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Let's get it.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go to Elliott again. And an alley to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. On second down, it's Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game.
And Zeke is in for a Patriots touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on now, let's go.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun. Cousins eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now Cousins on 4th down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. This is Elliott. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Nice hit, boy.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
80 weapons. Clock. Gun. Hey, exit.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go, fellas.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Hey, Zoo.
53 is the mic.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Fancy footwork at midfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 45 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:39 to go. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Now Brady Flush to his right. It's Kelsey on the grab. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Brady. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a first down. Yeah,
trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the first, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
Jackson, options out left. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Jackson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Shamar Stephen. And that will force a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And some room to work. The 20. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Cousins here to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
They're running it. Begin.
Gun. Here we go.
He's going to get it running right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. On second down, it's Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get two closer here on the fake extra point. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away.